Today on the channel, we're looking at Transformers Legacy Hascon exclusive A Hero is Born on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hello again, action figure fans. Way I Got It Figured. Sheriff back with another Transformers Legacy action figure review. This time we're looking at the A Hero is Born pack from Hasbro Pulse Con. This pack was #1 with the bullet, one of the big items at this year's Hascon. It was heavily, anticipated, highly awaited by many Transformers fans. And here we have a very nice deluxe package. Alpha Trion and Orion packs based on the War Dawn episode, or perhaps a behind the scenes of War Dawn. One of the formative episodes of Transformers in regards to the history of Optimus Prime and Alpha Trion. And the box is pretty spectacular. You have your Marcelo Mater artwork on the front with Alpha Trion and Orion packs. It continues to the top of the box, as well as we have side artwork. Alpha Trion here, Orion packs here, but it also continues to the bottom of the box. So it is an almost wrap around kind of package. They usually like to do nice things with the boxes for these things. And on the back, of course, we have the glamour shots of the photo of the figures for Alpha Trion, Orion packs, and of course the extra pack-in of Vector Sigma. It was a few months ago when they announced this set, more than a few months ago, maybe like 5 months ago or something like that. And at the time, I was actually looking for a Vector Sigma, which you can get. They had made it as the Asia exclusive sort of extra if you bought Masterpiece figures, a few years back. So there are Vector Sigma kind of figures out there, but they decided to include it with this, as well as the key to Vector Sigma. So that's a nice add-on. And of course, you can see the 21 steps it takes to transform Alpha Trion, 22 steps it takes to transform Orion packs. We're going to get these guys out of the package and see what we've got. Alright, so here's Alpha Trion and Orion packs out of the box with Vector Sigma, the computer that gave all Cybertronians life, depending on how you choose to look at it. These figures are pretty cool, very cartoon inspired, and we're gonna go through them one by one. We'll start with Vector Sigma. Vector Sigma being more or less an accessory. It's really cool how they kind of gave him this floaty platform. And you can, of course, remove the key to Vector Sigma. It's smaller, but it looks just like the one that comes with Masterpiece Megatron. I'm sure they're using the same mold. I believe Alpha Trion can hold the key. somewhat there. Not perfectly, but close enough for government work. So you can see Alpha Trion with the key to Vector Sigma. Go place back inside Vector Sigma. So very cool. Not a whole lot to really discuss. It looks like the ball is molded out of this weird gold plastic. It's not really painted or anything, so that's cool. You don't have to worry about it scraping up or anything like that. So there you go. Alpha Trion is the Voyager class figure. Of course, he is a retool of of Scourge, who is one of the two uses of the mold. There's the Scourge mold, there's the Scourge figure and the Sweep figure from Studio Series 86. There are some slight differences. There's been the the remolding of the arm here, the chest remold. The wings are different a little bit. The quote-unquote wings are more reminiscent of a cape. The legs are, the thighs are different, but mostly it's the same. Of course, his head is not the same, and he has this this piece for the jet mode that is not the same as what's on the Scourge figure either. Looking at him from the back a little bit, Scourge and the Sweep have a little circular dealio back there that Trion does not have. But it's just a, it's a moderate retool of the Studio Series 86 Scourge mold, which was also reused for the Sweep. So there's a little bit about Alpha Trion. And then we have the man himself, Orion Pax, who would later become good old Optimus Prime. So Orion Pax is a retool of the Studio Series 86 Cup figure, with some minor differences. That being the legs here, the boots, so to speak, the shin guards are different. The forearm is somewhat different. Of course, the chest and the waist piece in the front are different, and of course, it's Orion Pax's head, and they really did a really good job with Orion Pax's head here. He's nice, very nice figure, but he's still something we've mainly seen before, with the exception of a couple of changed pieces. It looks like this is probably the third time Orion Pax has been made from a Cup figure, so nice keeping that up, Hasbro. But he's very nice. He does have the same gimmick that Cup has, which is the removable, explodable limbs. So yeah, you can have Megatron rip them limb for limb if you want. However you choose to do it in your personal headcanon. They do come with some accessories. Alpha Trion, of course, gets his Scourge blaster, which does accommodate a blaster effect. And then Orion Orion Pax gets a red molded cup musket laser, which sort of accommodates blast effects, but not really. Some nice detail there. And he also gets a box of Energon goodies. Exact same mold as what cup comes with. Alright, so I guess next up I'll do some comparisons with the mold mates and their accessories. Alright, so here's Alpha Trion with Scourge. One of the first Studio Series 86 figures released. And you can see the differences in the wings of Scourge as opposed to the wings of Alpha Trion right off the bat. The chests, of course, are different. The legs, of course, are different, as I pointed out earlier. And one big difference that Alpha Trion has that I didn't point out is, so the sweep has the opposite hand sort of in a fist. So the sweep's right arm, left arm is a fist, as opposed to the right arm of Scourge. And Scourge has the sort of clawed hand look here. Here's a sweep for comparison. So there's that. Clawed hand there. Fist hand there. But Alpha Trion has two clawed hands. He doesn't have a fisted hand. He has the two hands for the sort of open-handed pose for the mold. So there's a big difference there between him and the other mold mates. Way of comparison. Scourge. The Trion. And a sweep. So I think it's really cool and innovative how Hasbro made a convincing mainline Alpha Trion out of the sweep mold, Scourge mold, and he looks different enough that he doesn't just look exactly like a a sweep, and that's good. So now we're gonna bring in Orion Pax. With his mold mate, Cup. Here is Orion. By way of comparison, here is the Studio 86 series Cup, but the Buzzworthy Bumblebee variant, which I find to be, superior in accuracy to the colors in the movie. But they are very similar. As I pointed out, obviously the chest is different. The underwear kind of thing is different, and the shin guards and boots are different. and the forearms are different. But pretty much the same mold for different head. So there you go. Final thoughts. The Hero is Born Hascon exclusive pack is, for me, going to be a 10 out of 10. Generally, I do not give repaints 10 out of 10, but in this case, I'm going to make an exception because they're not just straight repaints. They're like actual retools of figures with new parts to make them be, you know, not just another repaint from the figure existing. Sure, they are using the same mold, but they're like pre-tools. So, you know, the parts were made at the same time on the sprue to be released as Orion packs and out for Trion upon sort of inception of the figure. And then of course you get the Vector Sigma to go along with it, which kind of pushes it over the top. So I probably would give it a 9 if it wasn't for the inclusion of Vector Sigma. But both figures are nice. Now, in my Transformers videos, I do normally transform the figure, but I mean, you kind of already know what Cup looks like. You already know what the Sweep looks like. But in addition, particularly in Alpha Trion's case, we never see him transform on screen, so I'm never going to transform mine. So, you know, we know he's a transformer, but I'm going to leave it to cartoon accuracy on that one. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. If you like the content, please give me a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I do respond to all comments. I don't think I missed one yet. Whether it be praise, criticism, whatever that happens to be, I take it all under advisement. I do have coming up soon Serpentor, the other big Hascon sort of release, also highly anticipated, and definitely a figure of the year contender, at least in my mind. But we'll see when I get them and do the unboxing and review. Until the next video, please everybody stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. And of course, thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support.